Joe Rogan suspects that Camille Vasquez and Depp are romantically involved. Yeah, you are hearing it right. Is that why Camille Vasquez hates Amber so much? You will have to watch the video till the end to know the gossip about this rumored couple. So, Joe Rogan made it a hot topic when he said, Camille Vasquez, that lady's a gangster. She's amazing. I hope Johnny and her fall in love. That's what I hope. I hope after this trial is over, they go out to dinner and he thanks her and they fall in love and he gets sober. The fact that someone like Joe Rogan suspects that Camille Vasquez and Depp were romantically involved is just so out of the world. He went on to say that Vasquez hates Amber Heard because she hurt Depp. When Jamie Vernon, Rogan's producer, piped in to explain that Vasquez was in a relationship with another man, Rogan then said something in lines of how he couldn't stand a chance against Johnny Depp. Moving on, Camille Vasquez's hate for Amber is no secret, and it is clearly evident during the proceedings of the trial. If you haven't watched the heated argument between Amber and Camille during the closing statement, then I must tell you, you are in for some treat. Let us take a peek at the closing arguments in Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard defamation trial. This closing argument started with Depp's attorney Camille Vasquez accusing Heard of acting in the courtroom, saying it was the performance of her life. Can you sense her hatred and bitterness for Amber? Vasquez said she wants to give the performance of her life, and she gave it. Miss Heard's acting coach, Christina Sexton, testified that Miss Heard has difficulty crying when she is acting. You saw it, Miss Heard sobbing without tears while spinning elaborate, exaggerated, fantastical accounts of abuse. She did not end it here. Vasquez began the court's closing arguments and she accused Heard of faking her tears on the witness stand. Vasquez continued to speak to the jury, saying it was a performance. She told you what she thinks you need to hear to convict this man as a domestic abuser and a rapist. She wants you to believe she was abused countless times over the entire course of their relationship. But as Mr. Chu and I promised you, the evidence just does not bear that out. And this one time, Vasquez told Heard, your lies have been exposed to the world multiple times. Oh, the minute she said this, that was such a hard blow for Amber. She was dumbstruck for a few seconds, and netizens could not stop bickering about this on popular platforms like Reddit and Twitter. A Reddit user commented, during most of her speaking parts in the trial, she had the most bizarre facial expressions and tones. It was like watching the worst actor trying to show human emotion. Whenever she was interrupted by objections, she would lose the odd face for a second, then continue with an exaggerated tone and facial expressions that fit an AI trying to learn human emotion. But by now, we all know that Amber just doesn't end the show without fake tears that only threaten to fall but never fall. Let's look at this one incident where Amber says tearfully, it's torture. It's torturous. No one should have to do that. I want to move on with my life. I have a baby, and I want to move on. I want Johnny to move on too. I want him to leave me alone. But in a quick cross-examination, Camille Vasquez could not stop but grill an unemotional Heard about why Depp hadn't made eye contact with her at all during the trial. You know exactly why Mr. Depp won't look back at you, Vasquez said, and then played a tape where Depp had vowed that after they divorced, you will not see my eyes again. I guess this clears a lot of detail needed on this. You have to hear this story where Camille outsmarts every plan of Amber Heard, and that shows us how much they hate each other. When Vasquez moved on to Heard's charitable donations, which Amber Heard had spoken about publicly, Vasquez said Amber spoke as if she had donated the full amount of her divorce settlement upfront, when in fact she pledged to donate the money over time. Among Amber Heard's claims were things that on separate occasions, Depp broke her nose, split her lip, kneeled on her back, and hit her in the face so many times that she lost count. Heard also admitted that she couldn't recall a time when Depp wasn't wearing heavy rings on all his fingers. Then Vasquez rushed to the aid of Johnny and presented photo after photo of Heard taken on the days after all all of those alleged incidents. In them, Vert showed no signs of bruising, swelling, or any injuries whatsoever. Vasquez strikes hard at Vert, saying she took a lot of photos of Depp sleeping, but had no pictures of him consuming or even possessing cocaine. The moment Camille said, "You called him a sellout. You called him a sellout and a joke. You called him a washed-up piece of shit. This is some crazy shit right there." And now that all of this is revealed, Camille couldn't wait to tell about Amber and James Franco too. A video is played showing James Franco in the elevator, and the argument between these two women goes like this. Camille said, "So you were in the elevator with James Franco around 11 o'clock at night." Vert said, "I don't recall the exact time." Camille said, "Let's watch it again." Wow, that hatred and smugness in Camille's voice are clearly evident. Vasquez accused Vert of editing out a part of the video when she was snickering before sending it to TMZ. Vasquez said, "You testified you haven't been smirking. You were smirking on that video." Vert said, "Everyone can watch that video and determine whether you think it's funny to me. That is it." And as you can see, Camille Vasquez's words became short with Vert. At one point, Vasquez said, "There is no question pending, so I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't make an argument to the jury." Vert protested, "I thought you asked me about it." Vasquez responded, "I didn't ask you anything." That is some savage reply from Camille, I must say. Anyway, thank you for watching the entire video. You must be loving the couple's gossip if you made it this far. Therefore, I went ahead and picked out this video for you that I know you'll like.